Everybody, Car RayRob. I'm Ray.
I'm Rob.
And today, we want to kind of go over some new trailers that dropped this week. We got Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 and Alien Covenant.
Yep.
We've done videos on both of these already.
Yep. Be sure to check those out.
Yeah, go click on those. We'd love you to do that. But we want to kind of update you guys on where we're at with these. Some of the new footage we saw. Talk about that.
Yeah. Just kind of break down stuff and touch base.
Yeah, so let's do it.
Yeah, let's get into it. Well, I know we kind of said this in the last video.
Yeah.
What we were really looking for if they did another trailer was
Kurt Russell.
And we got him.
Yes.
So we're super pumped about that. I'm a huge Kurt Russell fan. I was super excited when they said he was going to be in this. So we finally got our first glimpse. So let's check that out real quick.
Yeah.
After all these years, I've found you.
And who the hell are you?
I'm your dad, Peter.
What?
Yeah.
He's his dad?
It's just really fun. You know, I love seeing Kurt Russell and stuff, especially now even as an older actor. I think he's still really cool in everything he's in.
Oh, he's total bad A.
Yeah, and he brings a lot to the table. I think the interesting thing about it, though, and you'll know way more about this than me, is Ego, the living planet, is who he's playing, but he's obviously not a planet.
No. Or is he? I mean,
Yeah.
How are they going to work this? We don't know. Like, the comics, he's literally just a giant planet with a face on it, you know, and that's what Ego is. But this is obviously not that.
Yeah.
That would be cool, though. Kurt Russell's just being his face being a whole planet. But that's not this. He's some kind of personification of the planet, of the essence of the planet. Maybe he controls the planet. I don't know how they're going to work it. I think they've taken Ego, the living planet, as this, like, shell of a character, and then, like, they've done their own thing. Kind of like they've done with a couple of the characters, but, you know, they're doing their own thing with it. And all I can say is I'm sure it's going to be cool because James Gunn hasn't really struck out yet.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So, you know, I'm stoked to see how they're going to do that. I'm stoked on a lot of things about this movie. I mean, I'm sure that scene where they're fighting this giant monster is pretty early in the movie, and they've shown like 10 clips of the movie, like from different aspects, and they're all hilarious. I can just feel like this whole movie is just going to be like joke, and right now they all hit. They all seem great.
Yeah, you know, as we kind of mentioned in the previous video, we do hope this doesn't fall into the sophomore slump. It is kind of hard sometimes to catch that lightning in a bottle again. Yeah. But like you kind of mentioned, James Gunn has a great rhythm. He's got a great sense of the characters and the pacing and the story and really how to make it work. And I think because of that, I think he's going to be able to overcome. Yeah, and
you kind of read stories, like especially with Avengers starting up, that he's really protective of these characters right now. And I feel like it's so, I get it because he's so in tune with what he wants them to do, and they just all seem bigger and brighter and better in the trailer so far. Yeah. Because I think he's just taking everything he knows and loves about him and just like dialed it to 11. Yeah. And it seems like it's working.
Yeah. And you know, they'll explain a little bit more about the villains.
Yeah. Aisha and the Sovereign.
Yeah.
We see that shot of them all, like all these ships appearing of them, and it's, you know, it seems like we kind of get a little bit more of their motivation, like maybe they're there to like just, you know, clean up society, or, you know, like eliminate the people with the jealousy and all these negative emotions, and that's gonna be their deal.
Right, which is funny, you know, it's kind of that idealism that, you know, some people have, and then you've got them pitted against the Guardians of the Galaxy, who are far from perfect,
very dysfunctional.
Yeah, so, you know, in taking that aspect of family that we've talked about, you know, the Sovereign is like a family of sorts, and then you've got the Guardians that are a family of sorts, and obviously two completely different types. So then they're going to go head to head, and I think that's going to make for something really fun.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great because Guardians are like, they're real, right? They're dysfunctional. They're, you know, they don't know why they're together. They're we're forced together, and that's kind of what family's like. And the Sovereign just after that, they're more manufactured and fake, and and it's going to make a really, you know, it's going to play off each other, I think, really well. And it's a really cool villains type thing to be, you know, to hold this movie together. I think it's going to work.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's cool that they kind of gave you a little bit more of that before the final movie comes out.
Yeah. All right, so kind of interesting. I'm not saying this because we just made a Last Supper video.
Right.
But there's a lot of parts of Last Supper that start off this trailer.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, I feel like, for them to release this trailer so close to Last Supper. But I guess on one hand, if you consider that probably most average moviegoers aren't going to watch the prologue that's online. You know, I feel like, okay, they're putting out a trailer for those people now. But you're right. There's a lot of Last Supper.
I wish they just did it a month from now. Like I feel like it would have been a lot better because I feel like it kind of gyps the Last Supper. Like it doesn't take away from this trailer, but I think it takes away from the Last Supper.
Yeah. Well, and like you know, the first few scenes you see are just the Last Supper, her speech.
Well, it totally muddies my opinion because remember we were saying before, like, is this prologue just not part of the movie?
Right.
Well, now you're seeing it in a trailer. Like, well, then it has to be part of the movie. Like trailers are from the movie.
Yeah, I mean sometimes you have footage that's not, but
it's cut, but it's not like where it's not ever intended to be in the movie.
Yeah, but we'll see. I mean, as far as this trailer goes, it works. It's a good trailer. We've seen some things that questions that may be answered, at least some hints. There's a new different kind of alien xenomorph.
Seems like it, yeah.
More like the Prometheus, kind of pale-skinned xenomorph that we saw from Prometheus. Yeah. So I'll be kind of wondering how that works.
I don't know if they're going to really know the answer to that. I think they're just really trying to, like, they've got two shoelaces from two different movies, and they're just going to try to tie them together and make something that forms a knot.
And that's possible, too. There's this cloaked figure that we've seen in...
Looks like he's holding some weapon at one clip.
In the first trailer, I've seen a lot that's David from Prometheus, but we haven't seen his face or anything yet. No. But that's what I've kind of heard. So we'll see where that goes.
I love the ending shot of the kind of the classic xenomorph.
Yeah,
maybe on steroids a little bit, but I think that looks really cool. And I'm glad that we kind of get to see that.
Yeah, and it's interesting too. I think tonally it changed a little bit from the first trailer, where it kind of opened up a little bit and it made it seem like a little bit of a bigger movie than the first trailer did. The first trailer had that real classic alien feel, where it was like, that smaller, close in, almost claustrophobic type feel inside the ship. But you've got this big scene where Catherine Waterston's on the ship as it's kind of like flying to the side. She slides off and swinging, and that type of thing.
And they're touring caves again. They're walking the wilderness of this planet. That maybe David's created this planet. Like,
it's kind of
artificially-ish, but there's no mammals inhabiting it or something.
So we'll see where that leads. I think there's a lot of interesting questions. I think there's a lot to grasp onto, and I'm really hoping that Ridley Scott can deliver on this. As we said, Prometheus was a disappointment, so I'm really hoping that Alien Covenant is not that.
Yeah, when kind of what we said before is what kind of worked with Alien, it was kind of just, it was more tight, and there was less tried to be world building and all this other stuff. It was just like, here's your story. So I'm hoping they don't get too much into like trying to clean up the Prometheus stuff. Just let that be.
Yeah.
So we'll see. This trailer kind of makes me think that they're going to touch on it a little bit more than I was thinking.
Yeah, and they might. But again, it is just the trailer, and I think a lot of that stuff, it's the bigger action sequences and stuff like that. And I feel like Ridley Scott probably learned from his mistakes with Prometheus, but
you would think. You would think.
All right, everybody. You know where we stand on these movies. These trailers didn't really change that. We're going to midnight both of these. But we want to know what you think. Did either one of these get you more excited, get you less excited? We want to see that in the comment section below.
Also, hit the like and subscribe button so you can catch our next video. We got a Logan review coming up.
Keep a lookout for that. Until then, this is Car RayRob.
I'm Ray.
I'm Rob.
And Rob, we have a flight coming back from Chicago, if that helps.
Hi, I'm Earth. Have we met?
I don't think so.